Hi guys, welcome to my first video. I am Vanilla Ghoul and I'm going to be doing a speed build in The Sims 4 today. I decided to build a restaurant and there's like a restaurant in the bottom, and then in the top floor it's kind of more of a hangout space. You can come here with your Sims, play games, that kind of thing. I am building this in the world that came with Life and Death. I think it's called Ravenwood. And the name of it, I think it says Crow's Perch. It's very small, so it's hard for me to see. But I actually really like how this build turned out. I'm not really very good at building community lots. They are usually pretty hard for me, but I think this one turned out okay. I really like the darker color scheme of it. It was kind of reminding me of like a vampire's restaurant. And I wasn't exactly meaning for just vampires to come here, obviously, because they serve food, but it kind of has that energy. I used a lot of life and death and vampires to build this place. And then, of course, I used Dine Out to actually create the restaurant itself. I am currently working on another video to post, but the speed build is very long. So I thought maybe for my first video, I would post something a bit shorter so I could get used to sitting here and talking for like an extended period of time. The other one is like 35 minutes, so it's a bit longer and it's a bit harder for me to just sit here and find things to talk about. So hopefully I can get through this one. I've tried to record the other speed build voiceover a couple times, but I keep giving up. So hopefully this one will help me build some confidence. Because this is my first video, I thought maybe I would just tell you a little bit about myself. Obviously, my channel name, Vanilla Ghoul. I love Monster High, so that's where the ghoul part of it comes in. And then vanilla is just my favorite scent, so I just thought it would be kind of cute. I was gonna put like Sims or Simming in the name, but just in case I ever want to play other games and, things like that, I thought I would avoid locking myself into that box. Although the description of the channel that I did create solely is talking about The Sims 4 just because that's what I really plan on playing for now. I have always really liked creating videos since I was younger. When I was like maybe 10 or so, I had a YouTube channel for my American Girl dolls. Nobody watched, but I had a really good time, like, creating the little videos and everything. Now that I'm older and grown up, those are, of course, restricted so that nobody can see them because I was super very young and they were posted on my mom's YouTube channel. Well, I created it through my mom's like YouTube account. I created her email. So yeah, I'm 19. I just turned 19. I am going to start school soon. But I've always wanted to create a YouTube channel, so I thought I would just take the plunge and do it. Now, of course, my software isn't that good. I'm using a gaming headset to record this, and it's actually my boyfriend's gaming headset. I stole it from him to use, but I am really excited about this process because I've really liked creating videos for a long time, and I have played The Sims since I don't even know, since before The Sims 4 came out, and that came out in like 2014. So I've been playing The Sims for at least 12 years. I started with The Sims 3 on an old like Lenovo work laptop that my grandma bought for me from a thrift store. So if that tells you anything. And of course, I don't have like all the packs or anything. I didn't think that that would be important to start. I do have quite a bit just because I have been playing for so many years that, when I was little, I would ask my mom to buy me, or, for like my birthday and everything, I would say, hey, like, can you buy me this pack? And she knew that that was one of my like biggest hobbies, and it still remains to this day one of my biggest hobbies. So she would always, help me out whenever she could because she really is like one of the best parents that I think I could have ever asked for. A little bit more about the build. I'm using the live edit objects from Life and Death, like these really pretty black rose bushes, and then some little orange and red flowers that I thought went with the orange and the red. Oops, sorry if you just heard that, I just touched the mic. That goes with the orange and the yellow that are in some of the trees that are around the world. I used those trees and then I tried to match the flowers a little bit. I wasn't trying to go super crazy with the landscaping, just kind of around the building. Normally I will kind of put some at the foot of each like tree and everything that I place down. But with this community lot, I wasn't trying to necessarily do that. I wanted it to not look like clean or anything like that, but just a little bit more put together, like somebody keeps the yard because it is a restaurant and somebody, takes care of all of that. These rocks are actually from the event that I think is still happening until August. They are super nice. They are the only rocks that I use now, and the colors that they come in are awesome. I only just wish that they maybe added a couple more so there was some more variation. I know that we have other rocks, but they're just not the same. They're my favorite ones now. And sorry, I left the saving clips in of me like hitting save every time. The video is already so short that I didn't want to make it like even shorter. I thought that that would maybe just like be a bad idea, so I left them in even though it's only a little bit. So sorry if that bothers you. I only saved a couple times. This build only took me an hour to do, which is actually very fast. I was not expecting it to be so fast. I guess just because it's a restaurant and you don't do that much like actual decorating. Like I had a lot of like archways and things, so I didn't have much like I guess decorations or wall art that needed to be put up, and I had like really intricate wallpaper, so I didn't feel the need to over decorate, which maybe would have been a good idea, but I kind of wanted to leave it more simple. It's obviously not simple because of a lot of the decorations I use, you'll see, but I just thought it looked like it had enough going on and I didn't want to do too much. So right now I'm trying to figure out where the bathrooms are going to go and then where the little kitchen area for the restaurant is going to go. And because this build has such a simple shape, it wasn't that hard to figure out. Oh, and I really wanted to use the new bar back that came with Enchanted by Nature. I just couldn't really fit it into the style of the build. If I did more of an earthy design, it definitely would have fit better. But just with the style of build and how it's a bit more, I don't know, like older style and less whimsical, more I don't even know how you say. It's just like put together and like sophisticated, not super like branches and super colorful. Um, so I have a door into the kitchen, and that's the one we're facing right now. On the right is going to be more sitting area. In the back is a bar with bar stools, and then in this little part right here, it's going to be the restrooms. I was going to make like two separate restrooms, but I just decided to do one restroom and then make the stalls myself with walls instead of using the stalls that came with like University Life. Because I thought it fit this style of building a bit better, not to have like the stalls where you can see underneath of them and everything. And and like in real life, I hate those kinds of stalls. So I never like to put them in my builds. It just angers me a little bit. So here I'm trying to find a wallpaper from vampires, and I love vampires so much. It's actually one of my favorite packs. Vampires build style is like top tier. It came with so much good things. So that's probably why I like it so much. It's just so beautiful. And it's also like more my style. I like building like darker color schemes and more I don't want to say Victorian. A Victorian style house is my absolute favorite to build, so I will definitely be posting one eventually. And my goal for this YouTube channel it's not to like gain a bunch of subscribers or anything. I kind of just want to build a little community of people who like doing what I do. I don't necessarily have like any friends that like building or even just like playing The Sims. I have like maybe one or two online friends who like playing The Sims, but I don't really talk to them like that. So I thought it would be really fun to just try to create a community of people who just like doing what I do. And maybe I'll make some friends. Maybe we can, if you want to tell me to build anything, you have any recommendations. Right now, I have a little list of things that are on my mind to build. I don't know necessarily if I will ever make a like let's play. I'm not sure about that. I'm just because I would, have to speak in person. And also, I don't necessarily like, I like playing with The Sims 4, of course, but I love Create a Sim and I love Build By. A lot of the times when I play The Sims, I will create a family, create the house, and then play for a little bit and then get bored. So if that tells you anything, I more like to honestly just play rags to riches and I will create a family, like a generational, like a legacy kind of. But I will just have rags to riches over and over and over again. Like when I start out, the first family will start off broke. It'll probably just be one sim, and then they build their wealth and have kids. And then once they're rich enough, I usually just age the kids up and then start rags to riches with them, and then kind of do that over and over again. So if that tells you anything about the way that I play, I don't think it would be that interesting to like a viewer. But if anybody wants me to create a rags to riches legacy, definitely let me know because I think it would be fun. I'm just not sure about the logistics of it, if anybody would want to watch. So that'll be definitely something that we have to think about. Right now, the house that I was telling you about earlier that I am struggling with building not building, doing the voiceover. It's a really cute house. I just don't know if I have much to say about it, just because there's not actual Sims that are gonna live in it. I may end up just not even doing a voiceover and I might just do this is gonna sound bad. I might just do music over it. I'm not really sure about that though. I think that might be boring. I I tend to watch a lot of speed builds, but I like the ones where people yap in them. Just like yap about stupid, like, whatever. Just because I'll normally listen to them while I play The Sims or while I'm building. And so for it to just have music, it would be kind of, I don't know. I don't like them. I don't tend to watch stuff like that, so I don't know if I would want to create a YouTube video like that. But it's definitely something to think about if I can't, like, if I can't put myself in a position where I actually feel like recording the voiceover for so long, I might just record like part of the voiceover and then put music in the rest. I'm not sure. But I'll definitely have to watch some other people's videos and like kind of see what they do and not necessarily copy them. Definitely take ideas from them and what they do and how they do it to help me, which is always a good idea when you're trying something new, is not to steal ideas from other people, but see how people do things and see how you can implement it into what you do and what you like doing. So now you can really see the interior of it starting to take place. It's a lot of red, dark brown, and black, which I really like. I really like the pretty bar, and I created a little entryway just because I felt like the restaurant itself was too open. Like the whole big interior space felt like really open, and I didn't know what to do with it and how to lay out the tables. So I just kind of cut a little box into it, and that made it easier for me. And I've actually never used the booths that came with Dine Out, and so I thought that was really fun to be able to use them. I'm not necessarily sure if it looks like the style that it's supposed to be, but I really did like how it turned out and how I guess the facade of the interior came in. And right now I'm placing some Enchanted by Nature greenery. It is my all-time favorite greenery that we have in the game. I just thought it would add a little bit of like, I guess make the building look a bit older and like it's been there for a long time. So I thought that was really fun. I'm not necessarily sure if that fit the style, but I thought it looked really beautiful. So yeah, I think in the end of this, after I finish this voiceover, I'm gonna go take screenshots of the floor plan and just of the building and everything, and then I will include them in the end just in case anybody wants to see them. I'm not sure. I've seen some people do that in their builds, and I think that that would be a really nice idea. I could also maybe just record a little walkthrough of it as well. Oh, and I included me selecting like all of the menu items, which I thought was really fun. That's actually one of my favorite aspects of Dine Out is being able to select all the food that you would like to serve and everything like that. And of course, like the outfits. I just like creating a building and then I can like take my Sims there and it'll be exactly what I want, if you know what I mean in that way. But yeah, this speed build is almost finished, so I am gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.